Welcome our guest, Professor Umapada Pal sir of ISI Kolkata, for our session on recent trends in machine learning. Uh, Before we start, I would like to call up on stage our coordinator Maharaj. Maharaj, please come on stage and felicitate our guest. Thank, thank you, Maharaj. Now, before we start the session, I would like to introduce our guest to all of us. Professor Pal has received his PhD from Indian Statistical Institute, and his PhD work was on development of printed Bangla OCS system. He did his postdoctoral research from INRIA, France, from January 1997. He was the member, as a faculty member, he joined CVPR unit of Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata. His field of research interest is different pattern recognition problems like digital document processing, optical character recognition, camera video text processing, biometrics, document retrieval, keyword spotting, video analysis, pose estimation, medical image analysis, etc. He has published 435 research papers in various international journals, conferences, and because of this impact in document analysis research, in 2003 he received IGDAR Outstanding Researcher Award from International Association for Pattern Recognition, IAPR. In 2005 to 2006, Dr. Pal has received JSPS Fellowship from Japan government. In 2008, 2011 and 2012, Dr. Pal received visiting fellowship from Spain, France and Australia respectively. Dr. Pal has been serving as general chair, program chair or organizing chair of many conferences including ICDAR, IGDAR, International Conference on Frontiers of Handwritten Recognition, ICFHR, International Workshop on Document Analysis and System, IWDAS, Asian Conference on Pattern Recognition, ACPR, etc. International Conference on Pattern Recognition will be the first time in India in 2024 under the leadership of him. Also, he has served as a program committee member of more than 60 international events. He has supervised 16 PhD students. He has many international research collaboration and currently is supervising PhD students of 5 foreign universities. He is the founding co-editor-in-chief of Springer Nature Computer Science Journal. He is serving as associate editor of many journals like Pattern Recognition Letters, ACM Transaction of Asian Language Information Processing, ACM TALIP, International Journal of Document Analysis and Recognition, IJPRI, and IET Biometrics, etc. Also, he has served as a guest editor of several special issues. He is the fellow of International Association of Pattern Recognition, IAPR. Also, he is among the top 2% of scientists in world as listed by the Stanford University in 2020. So, I will request Professor Pal to please come on stage and deliver and start the session.
Thank you, Chayan.
Thank you, sir.
খুলে দাও হ্যাঁ আমাকে দরকার আছে অন করে দিয়েছেন তাই না So is it visible from the back? Yeah. But if it is very small, maybe you can come to the front because there are enough space. Okay. So, Maharaj, can I start now? Okay. So, good afternoon, everybody. So, today actually I am planning to give an overview about the recent trend in machine learning. So, you know what is machine learning, right? But before that, I just want to give you something, or maybe I just want to know from you, do you have any idea what is an image? So, you know pattern, I think you do not have any course for image processing or pattern recognition here, right? But you know what is image? Do you know what is image? Because you have the mobile and we are capture every day many images, right? So, but how it is captured actually? What is the technology? So, for example, this machine learning nowadays we are using in many areas. Every day we are using, not only day, every second we are using machine learning, right? Okay. So, I just want to give you something that you have to know how we are getting image, and then we will process the image through different application, and that where we will use different machine learning techniques, right? Anyway, so for image, for example, when you take the image, so let's say you are just taking the image through your mobile, not any other device, right? So what we will do, we will just focus this mobile to that object. Let's say I am taking the image from that object, and then how we are getting the image, right? So for example, so let's say if you consider a mathematical model like this, so let's say you have a function and you are just, that function is considering how much light is passing through this particular portion, right? So let's say you have a two-dimensional matrix. So two-dimensional matrix means you have n rows or n columns, something like that. Is this okay? So every element we are considering the area of the every element, and we are passing light through this every elemental area, and how much light is passing, we can have a function and we can get a value. So in every, it is a, let's say n by n matrix, that means there are n square elements and we are getting n square value. So that value is nothing but your image. So we call it is a image, that means digital image, because we are converting into some values, right? So here we will consider the digital image for many of the application, okay? So you understood what is image actually. So that means we have a two-dimensional matrix and that matrix has some values, that values is coming how much light is passing through this particular area, right? So for example, I am just starting with a very elementary things. Let's say when we write A, capital A. So capital A is nothing but like this, right? So when you pass the light through A, so when the light will come to this vertical, that slanted line, there is some obstruction because the A, this part is there. So the value of light will be reduced, right? And the other portion that is totally white, so light will pass smoothly there. So you will get different values in the different elements. That's why an image, when you have an image in two-dimensional form, you will get different values that we call the pixel values. So pixel means every element, the value of the every element of this two-dimensional matrix, right? So if that is clear, just for your information, I will use that sometimes during my talk, right? So this is the preliminary things you need to know for this, right? Okay, so learning. So what do you mean by learning? So we are using machine, one word, another is learning, right? So machine and learning, two different words. So for example, when the kids, when we are in class, maybe in the nursery, when we are going to the school, so maybe our the school teacher or that time ma'am or maybe my parents, they ask me to write A, right? And you know, when you write A and they ask to write A several times, right? Have you remember in your, when you are in maybe in 3 or 4, age 3 or 4, you have written like that, right? O. So you have written maybe your teacher has asked, okay, write O. In Bengali we call daga bulano, right? So we have write several times, same thing. What is the meaning? We are writing the same thing several times. Do you know? Can you think about this, about the learning now? So that means to get the idea how that character looks like. That means your brain is getting the information through this, like this, or how you are writing A or some other character several times. So it is trained. That means your memory is getting what is the shape of that particular character, right? So similarly, we can learn or we can give the idea to the machine, right? So that machine can also understand this is A, this is B, right? So how machine can understand? We can do the same thing. We can ask the machine, okay, I am writing A and this is like this, right? Then machine can, okay, so he has written A in this format, B is this format. So if you give several A to machine, so machine will try to understand what is the shape of A. But how machine can understand that? Actually that we are using AI, artificial intelligence. So AI, machine learning, these are very well connected. So AI is artificial intelligence. So what do you mean by artificial intelligence? So for example, in our computer or pattern recognition community, so let's say we write program, right? So you write program because your sir is giving assignment, right? Maybe first assignment is generate the prime numbers, how to write the program, maybe one of the assignment, right? So you know how to write the program, right? So similarly, for example, you know how to write the program. So computer has mainly two parts, hardware and the software part, right? So when we try to give or when we try to give some information to the machine, we just write the program. Through program, we just give the information to the machine and machine will get the idea what we are giving as the input to the machine to understand, right? It's clear? Okay. So maybe before giving the talk, I just want to give you one more information. So for example, I am asking the machine, okay, this is my A. So what is A actually? You can give the pixel values of A, or maybe you can say A means there will be two slanted line, one is like this, another slanted line this, and another there is a horizontal small line. So A is nothing but like this, one slanted line like this, another slanted line like this, and another this one. So if you give this information, then machine can also try to find, okay, That means we are giving this image where there are one slanted line, another slanted line and another horizontal line. Then machine can understand, okay, this is A, right? But if I ask you, okay, let's say you just write a program to understand whether I am giving an image and that image contain character A or not. So then how you will write? That means what I am asking you, you have a two-dimensional matrix and that matrix has some values, right? So forget about, let's say we have only two values, not many values. Two values means where there is a vertical line, there are 1 and rest of the zeros. So slanted line are 1, these are 1, these are 1 and rest of the 0. So then you can easily write a small program to detect whether the slanted line is there or not and also horizontal line is there or not. And if you can write that program computer can understand easily and he can know whether it is character A or B or C or D, right? Clear? So this is for A, and if we want to write a B, so one is vertical line and there will be two small loop like this, then it is B. So how? We have to define every character and that properties we have to give to the machine through programs, okay. So this is actually what we are doing to understand the different character, right? Okay. So maybe today actually in my talk I am planning to give, I don't want to give a very technical things here because you will not understand those things. I am planning to give some overview and also some applications how the machine learning community is using in different areas, so that, I'm sorry, what is okay, right. Okay, so as I mentioned you, that today I will give you some applications so that you can understand what our research community is doing for this machine learning, using machine learning in different areas of our daily use, right? Okay, so I just don't want to give details about that. I have many collaboration as Chan during mentioned. So during this collaboration, I also supervise in many universities. Actually, when you worked in different universities, you can get the idea how they are working. So that means your working environment is very helpful for your research, right? So that's why it's better not only just you work alone, you just collaborate with others so that you can get their idea, you can use their idea for your own research and it will be a better work, right? Okay. So many collaboration, in fact, I visited many universities in the world. So I just don't want to give those information here. And in fact, Chan also mentioned that I am the editor-in-chief, in fact, founding editor-in-chief for Springer Nature Computer Science Journal. So this journal is started in about 5 years ago. Okay, but anyway, it's okay. It doesn't matter for you. So maybe I'll just skip all these things. And now I just come some of the applications, and that maybe you can think maybe some of the project, because you have some project also, right? You can think which project it is suitable for you and you can take that one, right? So one is multi-skip document recognition with its mobile application. So what is that actually? So for example, maybe most of us can speak in Bangla, right? But if you are in the south part of India, maybe something is written in maybe in Tamil or maybe Telugu or other languages, right? Or Malayalam, let's say. But if I go there, we cannot understand that one, right? So nowadays, what that document analysis researcher is doing, so that mobile can help you to understand that. So how? So for example, you just take the image of that the language. For example, it is written in, let's say, Telugu, right? You just take the image and then this computer will convert the Telugu, that image, the Telugu language to your English or maybe Bangla or Hindi, whatever you want, you can do that, right. So, that means multi-script or multilingual document recognition. So, that system will recognize what it is written and then it can convert into your own language, and also it can also give you the sound so that you can hear it, what they have recognized, right. But how it is done actually? What is the technology? What is the machine learning technology is there for this? How mobile or computer are doing these things, right? Okay. So, you understand the idea. Idea is you can read the other language. So, for example, you are in China, you cannot read the Chinese, right? Then how you can know what it is written? So, your mobile can help. That means if you take the image, that image can be converted into your own language, right. So, that means what is there? First you have to recognize what it is written, then you have to translate from one language to another language. You know, when you are a school student, maybe there is a translation, no, Bangla to English or English to some other language, right. So, we know how to translate that one. So, but that translation is done by manually, right. But computer can also translate in the similar way, right. Anyway, so this is the things that is multi-script document recognition with each mobile application. So, actually we have an image. As you know, image is nothing but a two-dimensional matrix, and from that two-dimensional matrix we have to know what is the content, that means what it is written there, okay. And that can be understood using machine learning technique. So, how we can do that? So, for example, we need to give many samples of A, B, C, D, all the characters to the machine, and machine use these characters to train himself or maybe itself, and then when you will give the next character, new character, machine can get the idea what is that character, right. So, in this way machine can understand what it is written there, right. Okay. So, this is the first application, but I just want to give you something more on that. Maybe I will just come to some parts here. So, for example, you can see here this is a text, it is a Hindi, Bangla and English, it is containing, right. But how machine can know that whether this is Hindi or this is Bangla or this is English or what are the other words. So, we have developed system, you can see here. So, automatically machine will mark in different words in different color. So, when he understood that this word is Hindi, he will mark in red. When machine will understand it is English, it will mark in green, and the other is marked in blue. So, that means if you give a document with multilingual, not only a single language, maybe multilingual document where we have many language like this, machine can easily understand that which part is which language, and then it will read what is the content and it will convert into your own language, right. So, that is why it can consider multi-script or multilingual, that means multi-language document to convert from one to another, right. Okay, maybe I can just give you a little more information for that. So, this one, for example, do you know what is this line? Maybe you do not know that one, right. But you know this is English, we know. But why you are telling it is English and it is I do not know? Because you know all this character, that means you are trained with this character, but this character is not trained to you, right. That is why you cannot say this is Telugu and this is English, right. But machine can do that, because if we give several samples to the machine and machine can understand that this is Telugu. Similarly, if I give these many samples to you and ask you, okay, maybe you just try with several days and then maybe you can see and you can tell that this is Telugu, this is Bangla, this is English, this is other, right. So, it is same, what human being is doing, machine can do the similar thing with the knowledge what you will input to the machine. So, that means you need to give the knowledge to the machine through your program, and then machine can understand everything, right. Okay. Uh, Maybe I'll just skip this one because otherwise I don't have enough time to give you more information about this. So next one I am planning to give you parcel sorting, right? So nowadays, you know, everybody is using mobile, or maybe we are using that online device to purchase online, right? So every day you are purchasing something, maybe some computer parts or books or maybe food every day. So lot of parcels is coming, right? But if we have to sort this parcel manually, it will take lots of time, right? So that's why one of the collaborator, my collaborator from China, so they have developed a system for parcel sorting. So maybe first I will show you the system and then maybe I will just talk to you so that you can get the idea. Okay, right. Okay, so first thing is, see this one, this is the actual system, it is running in China. So China Post, they have developed this one. So can you can see from the back, right? Are you getting that? So what it is doing actually, you see there is some small robot here. So what robot is doing? Robot is carrying this parcel and he is putting, the robot is putting into the box, different box is there, okay. The meaning of this, yeah, so maybe I'll just run once more so that you can get the idea. So actually the robot is running with that parcel and putting to that particular box. So box is nothing but the different city where this parcel will go. So for example, this is box, let's say Delhi, this is Mumbai, this is Bangalore, something like that. But robot will go with the parcel and it will put that parcel into that proper box there, right? But how it is doing actually? So you see there are two things. One is you have to control the robot and you have to put this parcel to that particular robot, right? So what actually this system is doing, maybe I will just show another demonstration, then I will come back to the technical things, okay. Anyway, so maybe I can stop this. Yes, so now you can see a more bigger form of this demonstration. You can see how many parcels are going together. You know, in the airport, when the luggage are going, it's like that. The many luggages or many parcels are going, and the robot is sorting this one. No human parcel or human is working there. You can see only robot. Okay. So what actually is it? When it is going to the particular box or maybe particular destination, it is dropping that one. Okay. So actually, what it is happening? So each parcel has its own address where it will go, right? Okay. So there is a camera, like let's say some camera is here, and that camera is taking the image of that address. It is reading the image address and then it asking that robot, okay, this parcel should go to the box number 20, let's say. So robot will carry and put it there, right? So first you have to know where it will go, Delhi, Mumbai or Bangalore or something. And then if as soon as that reading part, that means the document analysis part is done, the robot will carry that parcel and put it to the proper location. So in that case, you see, although that there are so many parcels are coming without any human being, it can be sorted. So then what we will do? The person will come, he will take all the box of Delhi and he will put to the train or maybe some other transport so that it will go there, right? So two things as I mentioned you here. So one thing is you have to recognize what it is written there. Another is based on the information what it is written there, you have to control that particular robot. And you have to control in such a way there should not be any collision between the robot. You see, there is no collision in the robot. Robot is going in his own way, he is waiting for other, so that there won't be any collision sometimes, right? You see? is stopping here, and then other one is coming, and then he's going. So this controlling is very important. Otherwise, this system will not work, right? Anyway, so you got the idea. So you see, it is based on the system where the machine learning is used, right? Any question on that? If you want to know anything, yeah. So somebody.
But isn't there a risk of damage to the packages?
Sorry.
Risk of damage to the packages.
Damage. Oh, actually, see, when it is going to the, it's like your luggage, no, in the airport. So that's why when there will be damage, people are doing wrapping, no. So they will be very careful. But since the company knows it will go to different, let's say, country or different parts, so the packaging will be done accordingly, right? So that there won't be any. Actually, here there is nothing. It is just going and just putting on that. Okay. So if there is a special things, for example, glass, because when you will go to the airport, you can see sometimes they will ask, is there any breakable system is there or breakable things is there? Then they will take the special care. So similarly, it will be taken care of that one. Okay, thank you. Any other things if you want to know more about this? Otherwise, actually, if you want to know more about the technical things, I can tell. Otherwise, I just give the overview. Maybe later, if you want, I can give you more literature to understand the things, and then you can ask me the question. But to know something, if you want, I will be happy to help you. Okay? Right. So this is for the postal automation. Similarly, maybe I can show you another demonstration. Actually, I have seen this demonstration in the Japanese postal system. So earlier, you know, we used to write many letters, right? Now we are using SMS and something. So now you can see these are all the letters, and these are sorting because there is a sorting machine. I can show you later, and you can see how fast these machines are sorting this postal document. So you can see here they are taking all these documents one by one. Okay. In fact, China, US. I visited this Japan in 2020, I think 2004. There I have seen, because they invited me, they want to show that their system. I went there and I have seen this one. So you can see, in fact, China also they have the same system, similar. And you can see how the postal documents are going, how fast. Can you maybe see how it is going? Very fast. You will see at the end. You can see here, there is a belt and all these postal documents are going different way. This is a different path, right? So which city it will go, they have the location, so they will go, and you can see it's very quick. You cannot see here, it's very, very fast. In a second it will pass, so you cannot see perhaps here. You see already the white one, it is just going. Maybe here you can see that how we are going. Here you can see. Maybe the later part, maybe you can see more clear vision. Yeah, here you can see how it is going. Okay, and now you are, there is a different bin or maybe different bag or cluster, and that postal documents are sorted in this way. Okay. Yeah. So that means these are the number means they are different cities, and the document which will come to, let's say 1108 city number, it will store all the documents here. Then person will come, take all the documents and just put it to that particular destination, right? So that means there is no human sorting is done in the post office now, right? So actually how it is doing actually? So what they are doing, every postal document there is an address. So there is an address reader, and that address reader is a software, and now we can just change to software to hardware. So they have already changed into hardware now, and that hardware is reading the address, and based on the reading, that particular postal document is going to the particular direction where it will, you should go. right? Right? So there are many paths as you have seen, and maybe if you want I can just show you once more, and you can see, so lots of document, and this is sorted every second. They are sorting maybe 500 letters, and it's a very fast system, and it can sort all these document. But this system is different from the parcel, because parcel has the big size and this one is small size, right? So this is for postal document, and that earlier system is for parcel, because where you have the heavy document, that will help you, right? Anyway, so you can see here also you have to read the address, and based on the results of the reading, you can or the system can put this document or letters into the proper location, right? Anyway, so I think you got the idea. So I don't want to give you more details on that, but if you have any question, I can just answer that. Do you have any idea, question? And you can see here, so there is a lot of bin, and the postal documents are coming to the respective bin, and then you can just take that one and it will go. Okay? Good. Maybe I'll just close that. Right. So next one, I just maybe give you some more. Sorry, it's closed. I think I don't know how. Okay, here it is. Yeah. So next one is camera based heart rate detection. So you know you are using mobile, right? And maybe you know that some of the mobile they need the password, right? If you set that one, and maybe some of you are using fingerprint, right? So for example, how the fingerprint work actually? Fingerprint is nothing but the images. So it is taking the image, it is matching when somebody is giving the fingerprint, then it is matching with your stored fingerprint. If it is matches, automatically it will open, right? Right? So that means we are using the fingerprint and many things. And maybe nowadays, I don't know whether somebody are using the facial information for the password. So facial information means if you just show your face to the your laptop or maybe your mobile, automatically the mobile will be open, or maybe laptop will be open, right? But here the idea is that camera based heart rate detection. So you know what is heart rate, right? So generally the human being is normal heart rate is about 72 to 80, something like that, right? So actually our target is, so you have mobile and you have the laptop. For example, when you are going to lab, you are using always your desktop whole day, right? For example, when I go to office, I generally whole day except my class, I just use my laptop. I always sit in front of the laptop, right? So here our idea is that we plan to develop, in fact we have already developed the system that my laptop is getting my face, right? And then based on the facial information, that machine will tell you what is my heart rate. You don't have to do anything, machine will tell you, okay? So we have developed a system. In fact, one of my students will come at 4 o'clock and he will show you the system, actual system. Maybe if you are interested, you can just test your heart rate there. You just show your face and automatically the heart rate will be shown. So I just want to show a small demonstration on this. And based on that, later you can see that actual system. So here we have developed a system for heart rate, as I mentioned you. You can see here. Oh, sorry. Maybe. Oh, why? Oh, it's coming now. Can you see? Because you see one kid is showing her face, and based on the facial information, heart rate is something like this. Okay? So every second we are getting the heart rate. So you can see the heart rate will be displayed in your device, and if there is a problem in the heart rate, maybe they will give you some signal to you, or maybe they will send an SMS to you. So you can see she is moving the face from one end or left to right, or maybe top to bottom, and the heart rate is detecting like this. Okay? So that means what is the advantage of this? So for example, doctor don't have to do anything. Yeah? So automatically now the machine learning technique, the computer vision technique will help you to all these things. Okay? Yeah, still he is showing in different ways for her head, and you are getting the heart rate like this. Okay? So actually, okay, maybe let it be finished. Yeah. Okay. So you have seen that one, right? So what we are getting actually, you are getting your heart rate through this device. That means the machine can automatically get your heart rate through this your face. That means what it is doing actually, your face has actually, machine is taking your facial image, and that image is processed, and after processing it's saying your heart rate is this. But how it is processing actually? So you know how heart rate is calculated, you know systole and diastole, right? There are basic things. But anyway, so maybe the one criteria is, so heart rate is, the blood is coming from the heart to different parts of the body, and it is coming again to the heart, right? So how, when the blood is going and coming, that is the one, right? We are calculating like this. So that means when the blood is going to different parts, actually you know that blood is containing lots of oxygen, right? And that's why the color of the blood is different when the blood is coming to that, from the different parts to heart. So actually this system is trying to use this information, how the color, you cannot see the color change there, but our system can see what color is changing based on this information. And based on that color, it is deciding what will be the heart rate. Okay? Actually now my student is, what he will show you, he used both the facial information and also the neck, because in the neck there are many veins here. So that information about the vein, and both the face and vein, he is getting better results. He will show you that one. So that is actually another work we are doing, or my students are doing, for the heart rate detection from the facial image. Actually we are working also for this is for the baby. So for example, when the baby is there on the bed or somewhere, so automatically we can get the heart rate of the baby. So parents can know that one, because doctor or parents should not check every time what is the heart rate or something. So we are working with one of the company, and they are interested for the baby. That's why the company name is Baby Sensor. It is a Norwegian company. They want to get all the information of the baby, whether baby is crying or why it is crying. So that is the most important things. For example, baby is crying, right? But we don't know why it is coming. But is it possible that we have to know why it is coming, whether he is hungry or he has some other demand or something? So they are trying to have a system based on machine learning, that what is the reason that baby is crying, or he has some pain somewhere or something. So that they are trying to do this. Okay, and that is a very good actually research work. If you can have a very good system, that system can tell that parents, okay, this is the problem of the baby, then they should not go to the doctor. They can tell, okay, he has some pain, and maybe they can just consult, she is getting pain, so what should do, right? Right? So they are trying to do this. And not only that, this sort of computer vision technique will help you for the older people also. For example, older people is always inside the room, right? So this system, maybe they can take the facial information, they can get the heart rate, and not only that, the computer vision technique can tell what is the current situation, whether he or she has fallen or they are sleeping or what they are doing. Everything can be done with this the computer vision technique nowadays based on the camera. Okay, so you got the idea, right? This one? Good. Actually, I just want to tell you, my intention of this talk is not to give you the technical things. My intention is to show you some application where you can think something. Okay, this is a good idea. Maybe I can think in different way how they are doing. Okay, so that is the purpose here. Okay, so next one is maybe there are many techniques. So nowadays, you know, the people are working towards with driverless car. There is no driver, but car will automatically drive. Automatic driving, right? So that means driverless car. So I will come to that part. But before that, I just give you another application. What we are doing is maybe, yeah. So next one is handwriting recognition and AR writing recognition. Have you heard about AR writing recognition? Maybe no. AR writing, this one, AR writing recognition. Yeah. So AR writing recognition means you just write in the AR, yeah, 3 dimension, and then what it will write, automatically it will be recognized. So generally, when we write, we use pen and paper, or maybe the chalk and maybe board, something like that. We need some medium to write, right? But we are planning to, actually we have already developed a system. For example, you are now, we are always using mobile, right? So for example, when you have a mobile and you are sending an SMS or maybe email, right? So when you are sending an SMS or email, so generally you have to type, right? So that means you have a small keypad here or keyboard here, and you have to type here. But I don't want to type here like this. I just want, for example, maybe it will be useful in some of the people, instead of typing here, he can just write here. So for example, okay, dear friend, today I cannot go there, something like this. So what you are writing, the system will know what you are writing. How? Because how your hand is moving, based on this movement, the system will take the input, and based on that, it can know that what you are trying to write. And that means when you are writing something, automatically that text will be entered in the computer. Just you send SMS or maybe click one button, it will go there. So you don't have to type. So that is the system we are actually working on AR writing. That means you write in front of the camera, and whatever you write, it will automatically enter in your device. So for example, I have a laptop, I don't want to type here. I just, here I'll just write here. Okay, maybe I am writing in my research paper. I just write here. Okay, and what you will write, automatically it will be entered here. Okay, so this is actually the project that AR writing recognition, and that will be very helpful in some of the people, because you don't have to type with this small keypad, or you don't have to use this one, because handwriting is faster than typing. But I don't know, maybe there is some people typing is faster than handwriting, so there is a debate. But anyway, maybe it will be helpful, right? And we are also doing lots of handwriting recognition. In fact, Professor Kaushik is here. So Kaushik did a lot of work on handwriting. In fact, he is my first PhD student. I don't know, he is the head of the department of West Bengal State University in computer science. And your work is also on handwriting recognition. So they did a lot of work on handwriting recognition. So handwriting recognition means what you are writing, how computer can understand your writing, right? So I will show you another application for handwriting recognition, but it's very difficult. Your handwriting is different from other, right? So how machine can understand those things? So as I told you, So in machine, if you, whatever you will give the knowledge to machine, machine will understand. So when you will show your handwriting to machine, machine will understand, okay, this handwriting is from him. Or maybe when he will give the handwriting, his own handwriting to the machine, machine will also understand this is the handwriting coming from him. So there are many applications also. I will come back. That is one of these application is writer identification. Kaushik is also working lots on writer identification. That means, for example, if you write something, machine will tell you who has written, right? So for example, nowadays police station, there are many documents, they wants to know who has written this document, right? So machine can help to these people that, okay, who has written that one, right? Okay, yeah, so maybe I cannot tell all of this, I have to skip some maybe. But anyway, so one of the project we are working is automatic answer script evaluation. So what do you mean by automatic answer script evaluation? So you know, after the exam, so when you will go for exam, so actually your answer script will be evaluated by the teachers, right? Okay, so I think it's okay, no need, but because it's very, okay, so it's okay. So automatic answer script evaluation, right? So for example, as I mentioned you, after your exam, semester or maybe other exam, so teacher has to check your answer script and they will give the marks, right? But actually we have a project now, we are planning to develop a system for automatic answer script. That means your teacher should not check the answer script, machine will do that. So is it possible to develop this system? Actually, we have already developed a small part of this system with a collaboration with Australia, but now we are working for that automatic answer script for the bigger, that means essay type question. When you have a long question, it's very difficult how to do that. We are working on that. So what is the basic principle for that? For example, you have written something and computer will give the marks. You see, you imagine how it will do that, right? And if you can develop this system, that is very useful because your teachers or maybe us or all of us should not spend a lot of time for the checking the answer script, right? And not only that, maybe when we check the answer script, maybe there is some biasness, right? But here there is no bias, unbiased actually way. So you know what is bias means, right? So it is, if we can develop such system, it will be a very unbiased system, but it is very difficult because you know when you write in your exam, okay, you get the answer script, you get the question, you read the question and oh, very good question, so I will start one by one, right? So initially you have written very carefully and all the lines are very straight and your handwriting is very good. But when there is no time at the end, you see how you have written. You know all these people, right? Your teacher is better person to know how you have written all these things. So maybe your teacher can, even you can read. You cannot read at the later part of your answer script, right? Maybe, I don't know. But you see, so but machine has to understand those things. But how machine can understand is really challenging work. But this work actually only a few groups in the world are working on this area because it is a very complex job. So in Japan there is a big company, they are trying to do that with one of the university to have this project. And we are also working on that, and in Australia there is a group, they are working also on this. So actually when you try to give the marks based on what you have written, there are many things, right? So one thing is whether you have written properly, your answer is grammatically correct, if it is language related thing. If it is science, maybe we don't bother about the grammar, right? So let's say if it is a language related answer script, so we have to know the sentence are grammatically correct, right? And sentence has used the proper word when it needs. And also the sequence of writing, that means the flow of writing is very nice, right? So for example, if I ask you to write an essay about tiger, so then we need to check, okay, your writing is, flow is good, you have considered all the points, you have written very nice words, right? So all things we need to check. That means what we need to do? We need to have the knowledge about the natural language processing. That means we need the NLP here, that is we call natural language processing, and we also need that computer vision and also pattern recognition. So 3 areas are important for this project. Okay? Yeah. So actually, you know, there are many complex things there in this project. For example, maybe student will write, sir, please see the latter part in page number 10. Something like, maybe somebody has written, right? Maybe teacher can tell you better. So now what you have to do? You have to check this one, and then you have to go there, and then you have to check. But how computer can do that, right? So that if they have to do that, but maybe after 5 years you can see the system will be there. They can understand everything, right? And also you see, when you write, you just cross some words, or maybe cross some page, or maybe even for paragraph also. So how computer can know this word is crossed? Crossed out means, you know what, maybe I'll show you first and then maybe I'll come back. So for example, okay, you can see here, so some of the words are crossed out, right? Oh, yeah, no, it's not, yeah, okay, you can see here, so these are all crossed out, right? But how computer can know these are crossed out, we should not read, and these are not crossed out, we will read, okay? So first you have to know which are the crossed out word, which are not crossed out word. Similarly, student can cross out like whole paper like this, just cross. Then how computer can understand this is a page where we should not do anything, right? So there are many complex problems are there, okay? And not only that, when it is a, let's say, chemistry question or chemistry papers, there are many equations, many things. So how we can know that, okay, this is the equation, it is the correct equation he has written. So many things are there. So we need to consider all sort of aspects there in this project, okay? But anyway, I'll go to the next topic then. But anyway, do you have any question on air writing or handwriting? You got the idea. Idea is clear, right? Yes, please.
Can you please elaborate about this process, answer script evaluation?
Okay.
I mean the methodology.
Yeah, okay. So first thing, yes, sit down, please. So actually, see, when you have answer script, let's say one page, let's say that page contains a full answer of a question, right? And that question, let's say a simple question, maybe you can think, let's say language question, right? And nowadays, if you think about that, let's say in West Bengal, class 10, if you go for that English or Bangla, when they ask for essay writing, they will give some keywords, right? Maybe, I don't know whether you know that or not. Yeah, so there is some keywords. You have to follow, that means you have to follow this key and you have to write the essay, right? Clear? Okay. So what we can do the similar way. So for example, I can ask the computer, okay, in this writing, this word should be there, right? Okay, so what computer will do? First it will take the image, it will segment the image into lines. So when we go through, maybe let's say, so Maharaj has given a nice book today here, right? So for example, if I want to read this book, for example, I am starting to read this book here. So how we will read actually? We read line by line, and then every line we read word by word from left to right or right to right, depending on language, right? If it is, let's say, Urdu or maybe Arabic, we start from the right, right? Okay. So that means first we have to segment the page or writing into lines. So, okay, this is one line, this is another line, this is. So computer will segment the lines. So how computer will segment? That is another topic, segmentation problem, okay? But there are many simple idea, computer easily can segment the how many lines are there and how many words are there. So line means, for example, each line there is a white space. So computer can, white space means, as I mentioned you in the first words, that you have to know the image. Image means you have to know the set of pixels. Pixel means, so in the white, all the pixel will be similar. So based on that information, you can easily know there is a horizontal line. So first you have to segment the lines, then lines into words, then you have to recognize words. So when you recognize the words, then you can go to the next word you recognize. So you have recognized all the words, let's say. That means your system, computer knows all the words, and now computer will check whether each sentence is correct or not. Okay. That is very easy, because you know when you type in the Microsoft Word, if your sentence is incorrect, you will get some suggestion, or also there is, for example, if your word is wrong, you will get red marks or something. If your sentence is incorrect, you will get some dots or something, right? So that means how we are detecting actually. So that means the system knows, that means they have the knowledge of the language, and based on the language it knows this is a correct sentence or not. So we can use the same thing here. When you have the words, we can know whether it is a correct sentence, and then from the correct sentence we can use whether the given keywords is used there or not. NLP is one of the aspect for this, basically language part, yes, background side, and the other is computer vision and pattern recognition. So we need the computer vision, pattern recognition, and the NLP. Go to the NLP, and NLP will use his language model, and based on the language model it can tell you, okay, this was is very nice, it's something like that, let's say, and based on the whole sentence, that means there are many sentences, and you can give the marks accordingly. Is it clear? Okay, any other question? Yeah. Please.
How is the accuracy of the handwritten answer recognition?
This is a good question, but you cannot get now accuracy. If you tell is a essay type question, there is no system. But if it is a very small system, small means a small question, that's, let's say, short answers type. Let's say you are telling what is the full name of O2, or what is your father's name, something like that. So this sort of question, the accuracy is more than 85%. But if you ask, okay, I am writing an essay like tiger or something, or maybe some other things, and you have to evaluate, there is no such system still in this stage. But we are working still. But for small answer script, short answer script, what I am telling, there is system, it can. Yes, and any other? Good. Okay, and now I am coming to next application. So what people are doing, actually image captioning, right? So do you know what is image captioning means? Maybe no, right? So for example, I am showing you an image. Maybe some people are playing in your playground, something like that. Okay, and now some videos is coming, and you have to tell what the image is doing, what they are doing. Maybe you can say, oh, they are playing football or something, or let's say somebody is working in the kitchen. Okay, you have to tell whether he is cooking or something, right? So that means based on the image, you have to tell what the actually image is doing. Okay, that is called image captioning, right? So people are doing lots of work. So for example, if you give a video that can caption all these frames of the video, you know what is video means. Video is nothing but a set of frames, and each of the frame is nothing but an image, right? So when you have given a video, it can be, we can get the meaning of the video, what actually it is doing, right? Similarly, some people are doing in different way. So for example, we have a text. For example, actually one of my students has started this sort of work. If you give let's say a writing, based on the writing, he will generate a video. Okay. So for example, nowadays when the producer are making movie, so there is many people, they have to go, they have to prepare the movie, right? And now maybe machine can prepare the movie. Okay. So how? So for example, you just write a story, and that if you write the story, so machine can read the story and machine can generate the video. Okay? But it is a very tough work, but people have started this work. No, still now there is no system, but maybe after a few years you will get something. Okay? So you understood what the meaning is. So for example, in fact, my student has done one of the work. We actually submitted, and one small version is already published. So what they are doing, if we ask, okay, give and generate an image where, let's say, a lady is sitting and her maybe she is wearing some maybe salwar kameez or maybe that some other sarees, and the color is like this. If you write this thing, automatically the image will be generated. Okay? So that is the part of that movie. Let's say in movie is like this is the simple initial form of the movie, right? So first you generate the image and then you just generate the movie for later. Okay? Right. And then actually we are also working lots on computer vision based sign language interpretation. That means to communicate with deaf and dumb people. Do you know what is sign language? So sign language is a language for the people who cannot speak, who cannot hear, right? So blind people, let's say, they cannot see anything. For example, and there is a braille, right? So you know braille. So for the blind people, they use a language called braille language. They can touch and they can know what is. But for deaf and dumb, actually they use another language called sign language. So what is actually sign language? So deaf and dumb people, what they will do, they will show some symbol. That means they will just move their hands and they will just change the facial expression, and based on these two, other the deaf and dumb people can understand what he is trying to say. But we normal people cannot know what they are trying to say, right? But we are trying, actually one of my students from IIT Roorkee, he graduated, that means he got PhD under me, and he is working now on that area. So actually what he is doing, so for example, like air writing, how my hand is moving, we can know what I am writing. So similarly, when the blind, the deaf and dumb people is moving his or her hand, we can know how the hand is moving, so we can know what he is trying to say with this. And along with it, we will see the expression of his face, right? So we just match with these two and then we can know what he is trying to convey to us. Then normal people can understand what he is trying to say. And then we can reply, and our reply can be converted into similar way to the deaf and dumb language. That means we can go to that, convert with their understanding, right? It's clear? So that means that application we can use this sort of application. That means we are using that machine learning, computer vision and pattern recognition everywhere for our daily use to help people in our daily life actually. Okay? So that is that computer vision based sign language interpretation, and that is used by deaf and dumb people. Next one is I am coming to the drone based application. So actually nowadays you know what is drone, right? Maybe you have some of you may have drone, I don't know. But in drone based application there are many applications. So for example, actually one of my collaborator with Malaysia, we are using drone to count how many cars are there in the parking. So drone is there is a camera, and we are getting the image, and we can know, we can use the computer vision technique, we can just detect the object like car, and we know how many cars are there. It's very simple. And in fact, one of my collaborators from Australia, they are using the drone to detect the shark, because in Australia there are a very good beach. So many foreigners go there for swimming. Okay? So if in the beach area, if there is a shark or some other water animal, is very bad for the swimmer, right? So that's why they are using that drone So drone is taking the images maybe top the above the water and also under the water, and they are detecting always whether there is a shark or other water animal which are dangerous for the people, right? So if there is shark, they will give some alarm and the people will not swim and they will just back, okay? So they are using actually, this system is using in their, that some of the famous beach in Australia, okay? So how actually it is working, you know, drone is a device, it has a camera, right? So camera will take the images and then the image will come to maybe some server or some other machine, and it will be processed and detect using computer vision technique whether there is a shark or some other water animal, right? So how the shark will be detected, because as you know how computer can detect O or A, because it has a specific shape. So shark has a shape, so it can detect how the shark looks like, and it can say, okay, it is a shark or it is not shark or it is some simple, so it's okay. So you understand, people are using drone in many ways. In fact, in Kolkata police also using drone, no? Whether there is a accident or not. In many other countries also they are using drone to detect whether there is accident and how fatal this accident is. They can easily take the image and decide. Clear? Any question? Okay. Good. Right. So next one is we are planning to have the text to image or video generation, as I mentioned you. So for example, you can generate a movie. Video is nothing but, let's say, one sort of movie, let's say. So if you give the text, automatically the video will be generated, or maybe some other image will be generated. So text based generation, because now there are lots of work for the generation, that's why the GAN is working. So the GAN based system is working, and we are using the text as one of the input so that we can generate the same thing, okay? Yeah, next is I am coming to automatic car driving, because we don't work on automatic car driving because in India it's impossible now, but maybe later, okay? Because, yeah, so you know what is automatic car driving means, because the car will drive itself, no need of any driver. So that means what we need to do, we need to follow some instruction, which road it should follow, how it will go, and whether there is an obstacle. So you have to, main thing is whether there is any obstacle or not. So how it will detect. So for example, when the car is dying, there will be some side lines, right? So it will be detected the side line properly, so that car will maintain that side lines to move around, okay? So this is one of that automatic car driving, and nowadays, I don't know whether you have seen in India, in fact in India I don't stay in very good hotels somewhere, but in abroad I stayed in very good hotel, but I have seen nowadays in every hotel there is a robot. You know what robot is doing? Have you seen any movie or something? No. Yeah, so actually, for example, in December I went to China, I was in a hotel, and actually that reception, they sent some orange to my room, okay? So what they do, they sent a robot to me. So the robot is going to my door, and he is just, after reaching there, he is ringing my phone. I know who is calling now, and then you have orange, so he is telling, you have orange, please open the door. And then I open the door, I see the robot is waiting for me, then I just press the button, I just took the orange, and he just moved, left. You see how actually the automation is working with this. Actually these are all computer vision based system, right? Because robot has to know which path he has to follow. That means how it is working actually. In fact, I don't know, that image is there. Can you show that image in my system here? এখানে আছে কিন্তু আমি বের করতে পারলাম না। তুমি দেখাও, আমি পরে বলছি তোমাকে। এখানে আমার অনেক ইমেজ আছে বুঝলে, কিন্তু এখানে ভিডিওটা পাবো কি করে? না কানেক্টেড নেই, আমি কানেক্ট করতে পারি আমার এখান থেকে, কিন্তু কি করে পাবো?
করে দিয়ে আপনার হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে থাকলে ডাইরেক্ট পেয়ে যাবেন।
পেয়ে যাবো কীভাবে করবে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ থেকে? তাহলে আমি ইয়ে করি আগে, না তাহলে দরকার নেই, পরে করো, পরে আগে টকটা করে নিই, যদি ইন্টারেস্টেড হয় দেখেই নেবো। হ্যাঁ, so actually what I did, so how it is working actually to show, for example I can show you that one here, you can see how it is working actually. So in the reception what they do, they knows that a robot should go to room number something XYZ, right? So they have mentioned, that means now that the controller is already decided he has to go to room number 201, let's say, and then which he has to go to the first lift, then from the lift he has to go which floor, and then the floor he knows that where he has to go, and then as soon as he will reach, it will call to the phone, and then the people should come and collect. Okay, actually this is one of the application. In fact nowadays I don't know if you go to maybe in for example Bangkok airport, if you go in the Bangkok airport, the robot is cleaning the airport, no human being, robot is going. So for example you are working, robot is also working and he is cleaning. Okay, so automatic robot is cleaning. Nowadays robot application is everywhere. But I don't know in Kolkata, because we generally don't stay in Kolkata hotel, right? So we don't know whether they have, but maybe after few years you can see the robot is, how the robot is working here. A robot is in fact I have taken that, let me check. How I can do that? Actually there are lots of images, it's difficult to find where it is. Okay, maybe later I can show you. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, and next one is actually that baby monitoring, as I told you. For example, the parents are working in other room and baby is sleeping, for example this room. Suddenly baby is wake up and maybe she or he is falling down from the bed or something. So those things can be monitored by the parents from the other side, right? So this sort of system, some company they are working on baby monitoring. That means parents or some other people can monitor the baby everywhere, from everywhere, whether let's say the parents are in the market and the baby is at home, what they are doing. So if there is the baby is in dangerous situation or something, then there some SMS or maybe some other alarm will go and the parents can come and take care accordingly. Okay. So these are all sort of system, the different companies are working on that. Okay, and anyway, so I have half an hour, so maybe I'll just quickly, because there are many things, maybe I'll skip some of the application, but I can give you some application also for your understanding. So next one is abnormal behavior identification using social media information. So for example, nowadays we are using social media, right? You are using Facebook, you are using maybe some other social media, and what do you mean by abnormal situation? So for example, just I give you some example here. You see here. So you see some of the images are there. This is one example. So based on the images, for example, some people are uploading some images in the social media. Okay. So based on the images what he is uploading, is it possible to find or detect about his mental condition? Okay. So people are working on that. That means you can just find the behavior or maybe mental condition of a person based on that image. what we are getting in the social media, right? So, for example, if some people, let's say this is image based, so just getting the image and we can just detect about the behavior of that person, right? But now the people are using not only image, they are also image and text. So, they are using the image information and the text information to get the behavior, okay. So, there are many works going on this area. In fact, one of my current PhD student is working in this area. So, he is just detecting that behavior based on the social media images he is obtaining from that, from the internet. So, actually, and some of the actually one of my work recently published in a, it is in a conference, that is multi-type photo identification. So, for example, here you know, actually I was just searching that image, the robot image, right? But there are lots of images I cannot search. But we are planning to develop a system. So, for example, I have maybe 2000 images in my mobile, and I want to know which images is related to my family. How we can detect? Because there is no software to classify those images, right? But we are working on that based on these different classifications. So, for example, whether it is from normal family, it is from non-family, because different people are coming from different region. That is why it is called non-family image. This is normal family, that means all people are coming from the same family, and this is the multicultural family, that means family, but people are from different regions, okay. So, if I developed a system for the classification of the images based on what I need. For example, I want to know which image containing my photo and maybe Choyan photo, automatically my system can tell, okay. So, something like that, people are developing this system for our easy handling of the images. So, these are one type of work, that means multi-type family photo identification. We can identify the different photo based on the different criteria, right. Anyway, so this is, I do not want to give more details on that, but there are some, right. So, another is actually emotion recognition, that is based on the images also. So, you know what is emotion means. So, for example, you have given an image and you can detect what is his emotion based on that, right. So, similar thing is, I do not know whether you know the brain computing. Do you have any idea what is brain computing? No, right. So, actually the brain computing means, so for example, there are many students here, right, but I do not know how many students are attending in my talk, I do not know, maybe some of you, right. Okay. But if I have a system, maybe for example, when the teachers are taking the class, if they use the system, they can know how many of you are attentive in my talk or maybe in his class, okay. So, this system is brain computing, okay. So, that means what they are doing actually in the brain computing system, in fact, even you are just sitting at the back and you are just watching, but your mind is not here, maybe somewhere else, that can be also detected by the system. So, be careful about this. So, this system is coming soon for you. So, this system what actually do, actually I just want to show you how it looks. Yeah. So, you can see here this one yeah. So, actually see, this is the device, and actually it is like a cap, the motorcycle, no, when they are using helmet, it is like a helmet. So, you just use this helmet, okay, and then this device will get you all the signals from your head. That means your brain is always generating signal, right. So, that signal will come to the computer and computer will analyze, and computer can know whether your mind is towards this lecture or something else. Okay? So these people, some of the people are working with this brain computing interface, and that is that they are using some EEG signal, that means EEG sensor. So EEG machine can detect or get that images, the signal, or maybe let's say that sensor can get the signals, and based on the analysis of the signal, we can know that who is attentive or who is not attentive, something like that. Okay? So this is as I mentioned you, one of my students from IIT Roorkee, he is working a lot on EEG images, and that actually if you want more, you see, this is actually that the structure of the brain, and there are many parts of the brain. So when we take the image through these points will fix in the different parts of the brain, and it will taking the brain signals, and based on the signal we can know, and signal looks like this. These are the signal from different lobes. Okay? And that signal, if you analyze, it is like a ECG signal, right? So if you go to the ECG with the doctor, and then maybe it looks like that, but it is also EEG, because there are different signal, it will coming from different parts, and based on this signal we can know that what the mind of that particular people, okay, that can be decided. In fact, we have already developed one system. In fact, today I don't have that system. If you write something, we can know your behavior, okay, and that is called graphology. Do you know graphology? Have you heard about this? Graphology. Maybe you can search. If you search in the internet, maybe you will get the term graphology. So graphology is a language where, based on the writing style, the system or maybe the graphologist can tell you what is your behavior. Okay. So actually in Kolkata there is some institute, Graphological Institute, and that Graphological Institute, there is some teacher also, they give some diploma. So you write something, and based on your handwriting style, they can tell you that how good is you for this particular job. For example, some good companies is coming to recruit, let's say, management level student, right? So for example, he wants to test whether he is good for the manager or not. So how it can test? So maybe they ask, write down few words. If he writes few words, automatically the system can tell you he is good or bad for that management. Okay? So you can search about the graphology. It is based on the handwriting that graphologist can tell about the behavior. So similarly, computer can also tell you your behavior based on your handwriting. So it is not the handwriting, but it is a signal. Based on your brain signal, it can tell. Anyway, so any question on that? No? Okay, good. So maybe I'll just come to the other applications. Sorry. Yes. So next one is actually that biometrics. So you know we are using lots of biometrics in our daily life. For example, your fingerprint in your mobile, we are using passcode, right, or password. But instead of password, we are using fingerprint and maybe some facial information, right? And there are many biometrics you don't know perhaps, but for example, what is your facial information? One biometric, that your fingerprint is one biometric, your teeth information is your biometric. So there are many biometric information, and people nowadays they are working whether your handwriting is a biometrics or not. So if you write something, it is unique from others or not. Okay. So actually the Japanese scientists, they are working, because sometimes people don't want to give the face or maybe fingerprint to somebody, but they write something. So they are trying, okay, so writing is available, we will see whether writing can be used as a biometrics or not. It's a very good idea, but let's see how he can success on that, or get success on that. Okay, good. Right. Anyway. anyway, so maybe I'll just show you some of the work what my students has done. Let me check. But before that I need to get the network, but I can use my mobile network here. Okay. Right. So what you have to do actually, let me right. Okay. So I am just showing one work. Okay. You can see actually just 1 second. If you want, I can give you this link and you can use that later, no problem. But I am just showing you here. Oh, I have to close it perhaps, right? Okay. I need to close that, but let me close. Okay. It will come now. Yeah. So you see here the user study on images. So what we did, actually one of my student he is working on image colorization. So for example, let's say there is an image, the similar image he has to generate with the similar color, computer will generate, right. So for example, this is the real image and the generated image is the fake image, we call fake. So you have to tell which one is real and which one is fake, right, clear. That means I will show you two images and you have to tell this image is real or this image is fake. Real means it is original image, fake means computer generated image, right. Okay. So this is the user study on image colorization. So in this study you have to select one option from fake or real. You know what is fake, what is real, right. So for example, you have given an image like this and you have to tell whether it is a real or fake. Maybe one person I can ask, who is tell, any of one? Huh? No, I am just asking one, because if you tell all together, maybe it is not good, but one of the people, anyone, who will? Just tell fake or email. Okay, good. So maybe you have to tell all. So this is fake, good. Next. Fake, good. Next. Real. Good. Then. No, I will just take his opinion. We can take a fake image. Real? Okay. Fake? Fake, right? Okay. I think we have 20 images, so maybe it will take time. Real, sorry. Sorry? Fake. Good, thank you. So now let's see, actually the system will give you your accuracy. Okay, let me check. View score. So you got 18 out of 30. So that means you have rightly, I don't know how many images, maybe 18 images, let's say. If there is 18 images, 30 images, you have correctly detected 18. So there are wrongly detected is 12. So that means in 12 images, you cannot decide that whether it is real or it is fake. So if it is 50%, then the system is very good. That means 50 means you just in the middle, you don't know whether it is real or this one. But anyway, you got the idea. Actually, we have developed this system, and actually this is to know how the system is working. So in fact, we already collected so many data on that. This is one of the data we got, but this is, and also you can know that how you are using this system. So similarly, I want to use another system. This is one colorization system, and another is, I just give you once more, just let me test this one. Okay, where it is. Yeah, here also it is the same thing. Actually, one of my student, he has developed this system. So it is a multi-scale attention guided pose transfer. Actually, what you need to do, the same thing. There is a real image and there is a fake image. So you have to tell which one is real and which one is fake. So maybe I just say I understand, and this start. Okay, and now you can see I just show you some images. So first row all are real, second row is all fake, right? So you just, that means I am training you now. So these are all real, these are all fake. Okay, and now you have to tell the other images and you will get your. Okay, now you just start, but you have to be very quick. So maybe one of them you can tell. Who will tell now? You? Okay, real. Okay, quickly. Real, next. You are correct. Next. Next, quickly. Fake. Next. Next. Okay. No, I think it is better you just tell, nobody, so please, it's better, quickly. No, you are wrong, okay. Okay, good. Oh, I think out of 10 you have already got the 10. Okay, so I have finished, and then next, and now you have to tell you quickly, in 5 seconds. Okay. So every image you have to have 5 seconds only. Okay. Then two more, one more, yes. Oh, sorry, 20 images, right. Real, okay. And now we will see your accuracy is 60%. So that means you got out of 100, 60 images correct and rest of the thing is wrong. Okay, but still it's good because if it is 50, that means you cannot detect real or the 60 means okay, you have better knowledge about this. It's good. Anyway, so actually just I want to show you this one to have interest on this, nothing else, right? Okay, so you can develop this system. So nowadays this system actually people are doing. So for example, you have a photograph and photograph there are let's say 5 people and I want to insert 2 more people in the photograph. But there is no such system still today where the background will not be disturbed at all, but you can insert some other people. So he is trying to do that. He will insert some more people and the image will be as it is. It will not change any background. Okay? But if you use Photoshop or something, the background will be changed. You cannot do this. So we are working on that. So we are working on that. There are many systems we are now developing. But anyway, I'll just come to the last part of the talk. Yeah. আমি একটু পরে ফোন করছি, আমি একটা লেকচার দিচ্ছি, হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে, হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ আচ্ছা। Anyway, so there are many other applications also. For example, that about that fraud image detection, because you see now people are using many fraud images, right? Many areas. So how to detect that fraud images? And also, for example, somebody is writing in handwriting and somebody is changing something of that part. So how that is called forged handwriting. So how the people can detect those things. So there are many areas we are working. In fact, photographer identification, that is one of the work we did recently. Family and non-family photo identification, and vehicle identification and the speed detection. But you can see in Kolkata there are many cameras also and there are many sensors. So most of the that system is based on the sensor. But we are developing a system that is based on the vision, that means computer vision technique, that means based on the images. There are camera will take the image and based on the image, so the vehicle will be identified and the speed will be detected. We are also doing lots of work on multimodal retrieval, medical analysis, and also pose estimation. So what we have shown the demonstration just now. So medical images, many areas people are working, not only just a particular parts of the body. So many areas nowadays you can know that in Oxford there is a very big team on medical. They are using many areas because they have the hospital, they are getting the data and they are working on that. Okay. Anyway, so I just show you one or two more demonstrations and then maybe I will stop. Maybe my student is here, he can show you that actual system for the heart rate estimation. So if you are interested, you can check your heart rate on the system. System will show you, he will show you how it works. Okay. Right. So maybe I'll just come to one or two more demonstrations. So for the handwriting, I told you the air writing, right? So maybe I'll just show you the air writing demonstration. Just simple demonstration is here. So you can see that my student is just writing, but you can see he has a pen or something, but it doesn't matter. He just show the pen, but he is not touching anything. He is writing in the air. And what he is writing to, you cannot see here. Actually, I don't know why it is not coming. Is here? It's actually the image is coming here because of this big one. So, can you see that? No, but the recognition result is already there. Is there? Yeah, but you cannot see that. So what he is writing, automatically it will be detected and it will be already here. That means it will be stored in your computer. That can be stored. So yes, but if you want, you can come. It is here in my system. You can read it. But here somehow because of the big this, I don't know why. It should not be like this. Let's see if you can see now. No, it's same, right? I don't. 3.6, can you see here? 3.6, something like that. Anyway, so what you will write? 293, maybe you can see here. I don't know, 293, can you see? Okay, anyway, so you will get this idea that what you will write, automatically it will be stored in your computer. This is the air writing things. And maybe for the speed detection, actually ISI has developed one system. Maybe I'll just show you that speed detection. Maybe here you can see that the cars are moving and automatically the speed of each of the car will be detected by the system. Okay. So you can see that speed is written at the, it is 55, 54 something, that this is the kilometer per hour. Can you read it from there? I think because of the resolution problem we cannot see that. Anyway, you got the idea actually. So here it is 49, I can read it, 47, 46, it is 54, it is 64. Even sometimes I am confusing, but I can read it here. This one is 65, this is 61, 62, something like that, 61 again, and this one is 51, 50, 51, 50. This is 59, 57, 56, this one, something like that. Anyway, so idea is the car is moving and if it exceeds some speed limit, automatically or maybe it violates the rule, maybe the police will can get the idea which car is violating the rule, right? Okay, so these are the some of the work, but I will not take much time for other things. Maybe now I will request my student to show you the demonstration, that actual, not The demonstration is the actual system for them. Okay. Before that, do you have any question on that so far? Any question or any technical things you want to know? If not, then maybe you can start now. So, any question? No? Anyway, so maybe Charan, he can start. Huh? Okay, so maybe what I will do, Charan, ওইখানে বসলে হয়ে যাবে না 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 এখানে 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 করো না তোমার তো নেটওয়ার্ক কিছু লাগবে না জাস্ট ওখানে বসলেই হয়ে যাবে তুমি তো আর ওখানে বসবে না যে ইমেজ নেবে সে এখানে বসবে ওকে so Chan, in that case maybe I can close everything here. Okay, so thank you Chan and thank you this BC College for inviting me for this talk. But anyway, if you want to know more about something, you can write to Chan or talk to Chan or maybe you can write to us and we will give you the information. Okay? আমার এটা কত হ্যাঁ কি বল আচ্ছা